On July 23rd, thousands of Roblox players entered the same game expecting something huge to happen. They had spent weeks exploring caves, studying strange faces, and trying to understand why the number 23 appeared everywhere. The account behind the game was created in 2008. The game itself was named after one very specific date, July 23rd, 2026. So people started wondering whether someone had really created a Roblox game 18 years earlier and left it waiting for this exact day. Maybe a hidden area would open. Maybe the game would finally explain all its strange clues. Maybe something would happen outside Roblox. Then July 23rd arrived. Players found a locked piece of content and were asked to pay $1 to open it. When they did, they were shown a clown and a message saying, "You are an idiot." And that appeared to be the entire reveal. Weeks of theories and searching, all leading to a joke that technically charged players for the privilege to be insulted. So naturally, people started calling it a scam. But the game didn't disappear after that. It had changed its name to Now, passed 1 million visits, and announced a second chapter for September 30th, 2026, which raised the obvious question. Was the whole thing really just a prank? Or was getting fooled always part of the story? The account behind the game is called Karnevil and it genuinely dates back to September 2008. That is extremely old by Roblox standards, but this is where one important detail gets lost. An account being old does not mean the current mystery was planned 18 years ago. Old Roblox places can be rebuilt, renamed and completely changed. Someone could take a forgotten account, attach a future date to it and instantly make the whole thing feel much older than it actually is. The creator never had to claim that they really had predicted the future. They just placed a date on an old account and let everyone else make that connection. Once players entered the game though, there was enough strange material to keep that idea alive. There were skeletons, distorted faces, a shadowy figure inside a cave, and objects that seemed as though they had to mean something. The number 23 kept returning. There were strange books, a train sitting underwater, and names that appeared without any clear explanation. The game didn't tell players what mattered, so players decided that everything mattered, and that is how these mysteries grow. A random object becomes evidence. A background face becomes a character. If something makes no sense, people don't assume it's meaningless. They assume they have not solved it yet. The date held all of those theories together. Players believed on July 23rd the game would finally explain itself. Videos started spreading, more people arrived, and the basic story was almost impossible not to click on. An account from 2008 had apparently been waiting for a date in 2026. At this point, I have stared at enough blurry Roblox skeletons to completely destroy my recommendations. So subscribe and leave a like if you enjoy exploring strange internet mysteries like this with me. Because when the date finally arrived, the game didn't reward the players who had solved its clues, it laughed at them. The $1 purchase was what made the reveal especially effective. $1 is almost nothing. The disappointment was not really about the money, it was the fact that players had spent hours treating the game seriously, only for the creator to seemingly mock them for believing there would be an answer. As a prank, it worked. The entire mystery relied on people assuming that their patience would eventually be rewarded. Then the reward was a clown telling them they were idiots for waiting. But calling it an actual scam might be going too far. There's no clear evidence that the creator was trying to steal a meaningful amount of money. The payment seemed more like part of the joke. You weren't only fooled, you had technically paid to be fooled. For a few days that looked like the end of the story. An old Roblox account had been used to create an elaborate mystery. The mystery ended with a cheap joke and everyone moved on. Except the game kept changing. Its name became Now. The official page began advertising Wednesday 30 September 2026, Chapter 2, and the experience was closed again, meaning the players were back in exactly the same position as before, waiting for another date. There are a few possible explanations. Maybe the first event really was nothing more than a prank, and Chapter 2 was only created after the creator saw how popular it became. Maybe the clown was always supposed to be part of a larger ARG, or maybe the project started as a joke and slowly became a real story because the audience gave the creator more ideas than they originally had. That happens surprisingly often with internet horror. The audience finds meaning in a random detail. The creator sees the theory, and suddenly that detail becomes important in the next chapter. We still do not know which explanation is correct, but the creator understood something that made the game incredibly effective. A mysterious date can be more powerful than a monster. A monster gives you something to fear. A date gives you something to wait for. And while people wait, they create the mystery themselves. They search every room, They catalog every object. They build theories around things that may never have meant anything. The account was real, the date was real, the clown reveal was real. But the 18-year mystery surrounding them may have existed mostly inside the minds of the players. Now those same players have been given another date, September 30th, 2026. Maybe Chapter 2 will finally explain the cave, the skeletons and all the strange objects. Maybe it will reveal the clown was only the beginning, or maybe everyone will wait another 2 months and get called idiots again.